Okay, so I am now recording. So welcome to this week's Power of Infinity sessions. A little bit of a twist on the Power of Eight. So for those of us that are new, that are just joining us, a little of kind of what we're doing here is there is medical studies. There's a book called Power of Eight. I think it's Lynn Taggart, Lynn McTaggart. Power of Eight, and there she does scientific and medical studies on the power of focus intention meditations. We I've all read this, or many of us have read this book. Really, were kind of turned on by the practices and the fact that they were able to be scientifically proven. Then what turned me and really fast-tracked me or launched me on this was my nephew ended up getting sprayed with some insecticides and poisons. And they were in the South. They live in the South, and he's 4 years old. They were running hospital to hospital to try and find someone to help him, and they were getting turned away multiple hospitals. Mostly due to him being a biracial child and being in the South. And so I woke up to this and this panic from my niece and they're trying to they're trying to help that their son's not breathing. There's multiple issues, and so I said, hey, I have this thing in my back pocket that we've been studying, this Power of Eight, where we've been trying to work this stuff. I'm going to get this group together and see. Well, we gathered together, we did a Power of Eight session, and within an hour of us doing the session, they were able to get him into his regular doctor. And when the doctor saw him, they said, well, I don't know what happened, but it's as if the toxins were expelled from his body. The toxins are no longer there. The illness, his breathing is starting to stabilize, and he made full recovery with no medical intervention. These are the type of things that this book talks about, that these I've witnessed personally through these Power of Eight sessions. I know some of us, many of the ones that have already participated have witnessed and felt the power of. So we're looking to ramp this up a bit, and ramping it up, we went from the Power of Eight to the Power of Infinity. And Infinity now incorporates what I am liking to call purple power, or the power of the perp. I haven't really found a good name yet, so if anybody wants to chime in with some good names for this purple energy that we've experienced, I'm all for it. But it's this purple energy that came to me in a vision, and the vision is purple energy is a unifying energy. There's the violet flame healings that it's associated with. There's purple. Purple is the color of your higher chakras and elevated consciousness. The other thing is we were very divided as a nation. We still are pretty divided as a nation, and not just as a nation, but as a planet. And those polarities go from a red to a blue. Well, when you combine red and blue, you get purple. So you have you have unity, you have higher consciousness, you have love, and you have healing. This just wrapped in perfectly. And when we started incorporating this and when I started experiencing this, it amplified everything I did a hundredfold. I see purple every single where now. Actually, everyone that's actually been participating in this regularly is being influenced by purple in their lives everywhere they go. And it's just really incredible. Um, so I'm like, I gotta share this. We gotta share this power. We gotta share this. We can change the world. We have finally found something that's changed this world. And the more I've submitted to this purple energy, the more it's led me, the more it's taken over, the more it's guided me to do these things and these healings. And so our first session that we actually organized and did these, we focused on healing the planet and unifying the planet and just overall humanity, healing, bringing it together, this purple energy, this unified energy, unity, bringing it together. And we started to see success. We did it every day, 8 minutes a day. We're just doing 8-minute meditations. Anybody can spare 8 minutes a day. 8 minutes a day to use these focused meditations and these focused intentions, and we started seeing change. So then the second week we expanded that out and we're like, okay, uh let's heal further. Let's heal these. Now we're at the planet. Let's go into a deeper and start healing people. Let's start allowing this, but you can't just force healing on people. So we started healing nature and leveraging nature to help us spread this purple energy. We did this meditations, we did these focused meditations, and we infused the purple through roots, through our root system, and we connected into the mycelium network of the earth, and we allowed, and we started sharing this purple energy, and it just started going and growing into the root network, and spreading to trees and plants and everything that was going on, and everything we interacted with. And then these trees, these plants, all of a sudden started taking it. And they started expelling it and emitting it out. And we all started seeing this purple energy just radiating out from trees and plants and everywhere we're going. So now we're creating this energetic exchange with nature. And now nature is spreading this purple energy all around. So we have this ambient, this ambient resonant energy of purple coating the planet. I was doing it. I would go for walks throughout my neighborhood and spread this energy and interact with the plants. And then all of a sudden, this it was just this resonant energy, and there's this purple feel. And then I saw every time I'd go out on my walk, I would see just massive, massive amounts of purple flowers blooming, purple lights, purple signs, purple this, and it just grew and grew and grew every single day, and it's purple just infiltrating me. Um, Last week we went into healing we saw the crops, we saw our health, we saw if we want to heal a nation, we got to heal their health. We got to heal the food sources. So in our session, we came up with tracing it back, allowing this purple energy to now go out to the crops, to the farmlands, to heal the farmlands and infuse the crops with this purple energy, and allowing the purple energy to make the crops so healthy that they start rejecting the pesticides, the chemicals, the unnatural, poisonous, treacherous practices that are being used upon them. And then the crops, we envision the crops doing better without. So then now you've taken out the incentive for farmers to utilize these products because their products are doing worse than the ones that are just being natural. Uh, One little exciting thing for me that happened, and I shared with the group, is I posted this experience into some groups, and someone literally got responded back about how they are doing that, and they're proving that they are using complete sustainable practices, and that they are outperforming every single farm around them, that their crops are bigger, that their crops are healthier, that they're getting better yield. So we are now infusing that. And so where we're looking to go this week is on the West Coast. For those of us that are on the West Coast or may know, there's a massive, massive cyclonic storm happening, hitting Northwest, mainly going from Northern California all the way up into Oregon, Washington, and just blasting them with more water than they can handle. But then on the opposite side, you have the East Coast, you have Pennsylvania's, you have Maryland's, you have different areas that are in severe drought, that are needing water, that are thirsty beyond belief. So you have an excess in one spot and a recess in another. So what I'm envisioning, and I always allow the sessions to bring what the sessions are, the purple energy to guide me to what that session for the day is going to be. And today, this is where we're at. Every single one has always brought me something good. So what I'm kind of envisioning, and what we'll do with this focus intention, and I'll explain how to do the focus intention afterwards, is I can see, we'll see, or we'll use this purple energy to kind of break up this cyclonic energy, and siphon, take the power, take the energy, take the extremity from the cyclonic energy, from the cyclonic storm, and siphon it down to lessen its severity, but in the same time, infuse it into the east. Infuse this excess water. So then now you're taking the excess and you're filling a need. So you're bringing balance back to the planet, back to the world. So how we do these focus intentions is I will end up sharing out my screen. We put up a picture that we can kind of all focus on, and it allows us to get into that focus state. while we play shamanic didgeridoos and drums. So we have this real tribal trance-like music going in the background, and it helps to invoke us really quickly into this trance-like state because we're only doing an 8-minute meditation. It's all we need. They go extremely fast. You will be surprised at how quickly 8 minutes goes when you start doing this. It will blow your mind. But we just do these 8-minute sessions. And so we do it so we can stay focused on the prize and just allow the experience to envelop. So we infuse, we grow this purple energy with us to get started. We kind of take some deep breaths, focus on, and the way I see the best way for me to create this or envision this purple energy is take something that makes your heart sing. Whatever just makes you just happy and just makes your heart sing and just makes you so happy and just feel that, envision that, embody that, and allow that to grow within you. And as you grow, it's going to be this purple, just envision it as this purple energy that fills your entire body. And now that you are filled with this purple energy, we already know that we've infused nature with this purple energy. So nature is going to be feeding this purple energy back to us. So we can't ever deplete it. Then we send this purple energy out into our focus, out into our intention, and allow it to develop. And then we just see where it goes. And a lot of times it invokes some pretty powerful visions. And it's very fun to share these visions because you start to see similarities. Like everybody has their unique individual experience, but all of us, every time we've done it, have had some tie to it. And it's all tied together. And you see the similarities that come in and the connections that come in. And it's just creates this powerful and you're not alone. You feel you're not alone. You know that there's other people, and it just magnifies the energy so much that it creates the exact focus that you're wanting. And we have been doing it this way this is our fourth session, so 3 sessions, and every time I have seen, I have witnessed results from it. I don't know if anybody else that wants to chime in real quick that's been a part of it, but I definitely have. Uh, so that's where we're at. I don't know if anybody wanted to jump in real quick before we get into the meditations part and clean that. Okay. Okay. So once again, the meditation, the whole purpose of the meditation is the focus, because the focus is what creates that power. So when we focus on this singular thing and we're going to have this image, and I usually use some kind of image that really ties into what we're doing. So you'll see the image here in a second, but we're going to focus on that image. So then you open your eyes, we start the meditation, we'll throw on the transmute the didgeridoo, the drums, allow that to get going, and just get into this trance state and allow that focus to come through. And then we'll see where we're at. We'll see what happens. So let's get to it. Let me share my screen here and let's get to the fun. So we should be able to see what is the purple storm. This is our focus intention here. So what I envision is I'm just infusing. I mean, it's already purple, but I'm just allowing my purple energy to infuse into this storm, to infuse into this vision. And then this storm is that cyclonic energy. And so now we're trying to break up the 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 intensity of it to lessen it. We don't want to eliminate it because you don't obviously want to eliminate the water. And now Oregon or the West Coast has a drought problem because we've eliminated their water. But we want to break up the severity of it to make it more manageable and not so impactful and devastating to those that live there. But we're siphoning it from there and bringing it to the East Coast and infusing the East Coast with the power, with that rain, with those storms, envisioning rain into those things, or envisioning whatever comes to you. I don't want to tell you what to envision because that's half the fun. So, any questions before we get into this? Okay, so let me bring up. You guys don't need to see all my Facebook fun. So here is our, and let me know if that's too loud. You guys can hear that. Okay. And can we hear the sound, or does it need to go louder?
A little louder, I think.
Is that better?
It is for me. Anybody else?
I can even go a little louder. Okay. All right. So the great thing here too, actually, let me play pause. Sorry again. The great thing is there is an 8-minute timer. So that means let yourself go. Do not worry about slipping into the abyss, slipping into the void, and getting lost because there is going to be a timer that's going to bring you back. And it's going to come, like I said, faster than you expect. And you're going to be wanting to go back to the void after the timer goes off. But there is an 8-minute timer. So go ahead and just relax, release, and let's see what happens. So the chime did not go off, but the time just ended. It was weird. So weird. Ooh, another power. Ah, so that was good. I mean, I'll lead in, I guess. What I saw is initially just allowing the energy to flow in, and then it went into the storm, into the eye of the storm, and just started blasting it with this purple energy. And as it continued to blast it, it just like exploded. It blew the storm up into just billions upon billions of pieces of purple, just purple pieces of just, and it just kind of started coming down like confetti. And it still was raining, but then the plants and everything and the trees and everything started kind of really absorbing and drinking in the water more and this purple water and then allowing it to go into their roots and their network. And then it went from, the east or the west coast and started just going through the root network and through the nation and traveling and siphoning across the nation through all these different pathways and trailways of the mycelium network and just started infusing itself into the East Coast and kind of blossoming out through the plants and trees and everything over there and infusing this broken up rainwater and this broken up storm and this water and allowing it to kind of just start permeating and emitting into the East Coast. And then I noticed as the energy was kind of coming across, because I was like, okay, my focus is west and east. But I noticed as the energy was coming across the nation that it was also infusing into the nation. Not the rain, because the rain was focused and directed, but just that purple energy, little remnants of the purple energy as it filled all the little root systems that it traveled through across the nation. It bubbled up into the plants, and just all the plants and all the trees started emitting and radiating out this purple energy. So it healed the nation as it swept across from west to east while delivering this rain or this water energy. And that's kind of where I was at before I came in. So now I'd like to leave it to anybody that'd like to share their experience.
I'll share if you like. Uh, Mine was quite an extraordinary journey, really. Um, I found myself in a forest, and we were sat round the fire in the circle, and everybody was purple. And then the animals joined us and stood behind us, and they were purple. And then the trees came in close, and they were purple. And then I wasn't hearing the didgeridoo. I was hearing and seeing a Native American Indian, and he one was he had the rattle like a medicine man, and the other was playing the drum. But we were then beaming from our heart center. We were receiving the purple energy, and it was going into our heart, and we were beaming that out into the fire in the center, and then that was beaming up into the sky, and it beamed into your I don't know what you call that thing, uh, and it was dispersing it, and it went into little fluffy clouds, and then the clouds decided where they were going to go in the across the state of America, and the ones that needed where the drought was came together in a cluster, and they went there, and the purple rain fell, um, uh, and um, the earth was just drinking up this purple rain, which was really beautiful.
That was awesome. Thank you for sharing, Maggie. I love that. Hmm.
I think it's really interesting that Maggie, her This is the first time you're doing this with us, correct, Maggie?
Oh, sorry, yes, but I do quite a lot of meditating during the week, and I do go on different journeys. So, and every journey is different, but it's always stronger and powerful if you're in a collective group. Yes.
Sure. But the first time we all did it together, a lot of us thought of ourselves around a circle
Oh,
and
right.
a
Thank you. Oh,
campfire. So it
okay.
was like that's very familiar.
Oh,
I a similar kind of vision. I kind of envisioned the storm dissipating into light clouds and the clouds just kind of going across the country to where they needed to go. But they weren't like these huge storms anymore. They were just like rain clouds. So it wasn't like devastating. It was just like light rain. So
I love it. I love the similarities. I love the breaking up of things. I do love that shamanic or that tribal circle because we all have been there, as Tony Ann said, and experienced that. Uh, One of the other things I forgot to mention that's really magical and powerful about this is when we get out of our own way and when we focus and when we heal others, we're creating healing energy no matter what. Well, some of that healing energy stays within us. And you will find the more you do this, the more you begin healing yourself naturally by healing others. It even talks about it in the book. Healing others brings about your own healing. When you heal, um, because you're creating this healing energy, you're doing something that's so unconditionally love, so just you know, non-selfish. You're trying to help others, and so when you're healing others in the process of doing it, and it was reported in the book multiple times of people that are like, it's weird because I was healing this, and I know, Tony Ann was our intention, but as I was healing her, and this is going in, I just all of a sudden my back. That's been hurting me for years, started to open up and feel looser, because you're now not tainting that energy. You're just allowing that energy to be healing energy. And when you're sending it to someone else, we are always hardest on ourselves. We always will beat ourselves up the most. And we always don't think that we deserve healing or we won't want to heal. So it's hard for us to heal ourselves. But when we take that out and we just begin to heal others, we naturally heal ourselves because this energy comes through. And I do want to clear, I do like in Maggie's vision that this energy came down to her because this energy is not my energy. This energy is not your energy. This energy is none of our energy. This is just energy. This is just the energy. Is this how it's representing to me? Is this purple energy? It has been utilized in Reiki. It's been utilized through Qigong. It is Qi. It's been referred to as source. It's been referred to as spirit. It's all these things. It's just the way that we're experiencing it and how it was brought to me to give a better way to envision it and see what was going on. I don't know if anybody else has any type of experiences they would like to share. I think Leah's got her. I think it was Leah. She told me last week and I messed it up, I think.
That's okay. Okay. I've been called much worse. Um, I want to say thank you for all of you for being here and contributing your energy. What I experienced was us in a circle and a lot of other people with us in circle, and we were dancing, and the trees also were a part of it. And I called out to the sky and the wind, and then there was a dove and pigeons that were in the midst of all of the energy, and it was just this peaceful energy and a calming. of the energy, and then the birds were leading the energy and the water to from the west to the east.
I love again that you've incorporated the birds to help carry the energy because as we experienced in the earlier sessions with nature, that's what's great about sharing the energy with nature is nature does not care. It doesn't try to twist it. It doesn't say, I don't want your energy. What are you doing? I don't want your healing. It just like, ah, this is, yeah, let's exchange. Let's exchange. And then as we create that ambient, radiant energy from that's surrounding the planet and my neighborhood, now people get to walk out their front door and be like, boom, walk into this radiant, purple, loving energy and be like, oh, why do I feel so happy today? I'm just feeling good about myself. I don't know what it is. And you're not forcing it upon them. You're just allowing them to encounter it in their own way. And you're not interpreting it for them. You're not doing anything. You're just putting the energy out there and you're allowing them to interact with it in what they and how they see fit and what feels best for them. And I see it as a very powerful practice.
Well, speaking of energy, I went into a very intense relax. I think I was drifting in and out from literally almost sleeping very deep. So, but the strange thing is that I was present, the music was present to me, even if it was very deep. I saw us in circle too. The first image was seeing us in circle. Um, then I saw the cyclone like a sun. So it was opening its rays and weakening. That's what I felt. But I was in very deep relax. And earlier I checked the 24/7 radar from the showing the cyclone. And strange enough, the picture that comes up at around 8:30 is purple. I don't know if I can put it here. No, no. I have to save it. Yeah. Maybe I'll put, oh, I can put it in the chat maybe. But yeah, it was very particular. And I was very relaxed. Oh, I put it there. Maybe you can see it in the messenger chat. So the United States, that part is very purplish. That was particular. But
That
yeah, but
was
I was very relaxed. I kept coming in and out of it. But the strange thing, the music was always with me. Yeah, that was particular.
so I'm going to do a quick share screen just to show what Luciana was talking about. She shared it to a different chat here. But yep, look at all that beautiful purple in there,
Yeah.
folks. Look at that purple.
So this is the website shows an earlier to 2:30 p.m. and at 8:30 and at 8:30 that's what comes up. Yeah, it was particular. I can
So
share the link
eight
if you want.
8:30 is pretty much right in the middle or right when we started our right after we started. So that is interesting
Um,
to me that coincided as 8:30.
you can see it here. I'll put it here in the chat. So there is, like the light time when that purple part is, what color is it? I forgot. Oh, it's, green and desertic color. Then, of course, you have to press play. But when it starts Then there is like the dark of the evening, and there is this purple. Yeah, I was surprised. I said, wow.
I love that. Uh, Once again, I mean, purple is so prevalent in my life, and I never was a purple person. I didn't like purple. I don't care for purple. I didn't see purple anywhere. It wasn't my thing. I didn't
Wow.
dislike it. It wasn't like it didn't strike me aggressively, but it was like not my thing. But now it's everywhere. And then the way I see it is it's this energy reminding me about it and keeping it on my mind. So when I see these purple things, it's now that reminder of all of a sudden, oh, let me snap back into it. And now I'm communing with nature and I'm interacting and I'm sharing this energy. I'm kind of in that Zen state. So I'm like, wow, is a way of nature, of this energy to remind me to stay in these states and get back to these states and get back into this balanced and Zen-like uh, state in exchange with nature. And it's really really been powerful for me. I cannot speak about it enough. I talk to anybody that will listen to me. My wife is getting plenty tired of hearing about it, but she's also gobbling up. I have my wife, my kids are sending me purple. I have everybody I know. Brian, look at this purple I saw. Purple here, purple here. So uh, that's one of the, for you that are new into this or just experiencing or just getting on. That would be part of a focus that I would say, or not even a focus, or just something that you can do in your day when you're out walking about. Take a second to kind of share your energy with a tree. Share your energy with the plants in your neighborhood, with the flowers and plants and stuff around your house. See if things start changing. See if you start noticing things more. See if purple becomes prevalent in your life as well. I'm interested to see. I'm interested in other people's experiences because this is how we get full understanding. This is how we create unity, and everybody has their part. And when everybody is healing, it becomes just so powerful. And then we create a blueprint of how we change the world. When we are no longer in this defensive state of mind when we're closed off to the world and not sharing our energy and we're just in our little bubble it's you feel isolated. And I've noticed as I've opened up people open up to me. I work at a college, a state college here, so I get to walk around campus and there's kids, there's people out all the time. There's always people, and it used to be so daunting, because you're walking out and there's just so many different energies and so much different stuff going on. And it's like overwhelming, especially as an empath or someone that's energy sensitive. It becomes just like, this is too much. But ever since I've started this practice with this purple energy and walking around sharing purple energy with every piece of nature I interact with, now the energy exchange is happening with nature. My cup is never empty. My cup is always being refilled because it's a constant flow of this energy. I'm exchanging energy with nature everywhere I go. And so then I extended it out and I'm just gonna start now because now I have this resonant energy of everywhere I've gone. Everywhere I've walked, I've experienced it. I feel the purple energy reaching back out to me. Feel the exchange. So now I'm just letting it emit from my body and radiate out. So now I'm walking through clouds with this purple cloud of energy emanating from me. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna walk through this crowd of people and allow this purple energy to just kind of blast them. I'm gonna smile at them. I'm gonna interact and people just light up. You can see them, and when they look at you, they almost light up, and it's like they know. And I have people telling me, like, I just had a lady tell me the other day, I go into her office to help her with something. She's like, I don't know what it is about you, but when you come into my office, you light up the entire office. There's something about your energy. My entire office lights up, my entire day. When you come and visit me, my whole day changes, and I'm just happy. And I went on to explain to her about what we're doing with this purple energy, and she says, I see it. She says, you are just radiating this love from you. You are just emitting pure love from your body, and it's uplifting. It's empowering. It's invigorating to me. And she just and that's once again, this is how we change the world. You don't fight fire with fire. You change it by you just love and accept and unconditionally be with someone. I had this meme or this quote that came to me is you know hate doesn't have you don't I don't have to hate something to not associate with it. I can still appreciate, I can still send it love, but I don't have to associate with it. I don't have to lower myself. I don't have to allow that energy to interact with my energy. I can send it love and be on its way. I don't have to judge it. I don't have to uh, chastise it or non-agree with it. I just don't have to interact with it. Send it my love, move on. If it does not resonate with me, it doesn't need to come with me, and it won't latch on, and I won't carry it on my bag or in my bag, and my bag won't become too heavy and overwhelming to me. And then I just am emitting love. And then people become more compassionate because now you're understanding. You're seeing things from their perspective. I always like to use the analogy of a coin. And if I was to hold up a coin and I'm looking at this coin and I see the head of the coin and all I see is a person's face. And Luciana's looking at the other side of the coin and she swears to me, no, all I see is a bird. There's a bird. And I'm like, no, it's a person's face. No, it's a bird. And it's not until we look around and either flip the coin or look from the other person's perspective and say, wow, you are right. There is a bird. Once again, doesn't mean we have to fully accept or allow those beliefs to infiltrate our mind, but we no longer have to fight with them. And when we're not resisting things, energy can then flow through us effortlessly because we've removed the block. Oh, hi, Tony Ann. Thanks for joining. Um, Sorry, that threw me off. I still want to leave time if anybody else wants to share, if anybody else is inspired to say anything, anybody has any questions about anything.
Well, we shall do this for the week, and maybe we can, um, I mean, if things change in the meantime.
Well, the
Mm,
wonderful thing I see about it, because I was thinking about that, it's like, okay, well, what happens when we dissipate the thing if we're doing this for the week, right? But we can
yeah.
still focus the energy because the kind of the point that I saw was balance. Is we're taking the excess or the overabundance and we're balancing out the underabundance. We're balancing
Mhm.
out the lack. So if this storm dissipates and things start happening and the East Coast starts getting rain, we can still focus on that balanced energy for the entire nation, for the entire world, because there are people out
Mhm.
there. It's not just about America. It is about a planet. One planet, right? One nation, one planet, one people. We are all human. We are all humanity, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that maybe next time we can also see at what is going on in the rest of the world from this point of view, whether it's the weather or harsh weather, lack of water somewhere else too.
And this brings a very controversial but interesting ideology to my thing. And it comes to what you focus on is what exists when you focus on things. So
Mhm.
when you are focusing on, say, or worrying or stressing about the poverty and oh my God, there's people dying, there's people this, and there's wars and this. Well, all that is doing is creating stress, strife, discomfort in your life, dis-ease. It's disrupting your energy, and nothing is changing still. You're just focusing on this, and now you're bringing that suffering into your world, but you're not changing anything. So why not focus on transmuting that, changing that energy? So when we put it back out, it is not that same. We transmute it, we change it, we make it better because then it's not reinfecting the world. It ends with us, and we're not taking on that suffering. I've had people say it's callous. Well, how do you not care about that? It's like, it's not that I don't care, but if I just focus on the suffering, now I'm suffering. But if I focus on love, Now love-based solutions are going to start bubbling up. Love is going to spread out. Love is going to emanate out, and love is going to be felt by people. And then your daily interactions are going to become more loving. You're going to become happier because you're like, I'm just feeling good about myself. You're not focusing on like, oh my God, this is so happening. I'm so depressed about this. And so you're walking around in like a shell of yourself, head down, low energy,
And you
or
haven't solved anything.
yeah, and nothing has changed. Nothing's being solved, but all you've done is create and generate more of suffering, more of that lower vibrational energy. So we change that energy, we make it something that we can work with, and we put that back out into the world. And I'm telling you, since I've been doing this, it has changed. Every one of my interactions, interactions at work with my staff, my boss, and certain things that used to grate at me. It's like, eh, okay, cool. It's just water off the ducks. I'm a duck. It's water off my back. Just let it go. And it's been just so liberating. I cannot even put words to how liberating and how amazing it feels. And this is why I'm so passionate and adamant about it. And I'm like, I will tell everybody that wants to listen, I don't care if you think I'm crazy because I have the receipts.
That's right. That's right. I wanted to share what I saw, if I could.
Definitely.
So, and I realized that because of the distraction of what's going on in my personal life right now with my baby in the hospital or my grandbaby, that influences things. When you're meditating, it's hard not to. But I saw the water. Well, first of all, because I live in the center of this storm right now, I live right in the center of this hurricane. I'm very aware of it. You can feel it. You could feel it for a couple of days, the building up of it. And the water, the river that comes into downtown Portland comes off of the Pacific Ocean. So, well, it comes off the Columbia, which comes down into the Willamette, and it comes directly off the Pacific Ocean. So when things happen in the Pacific Ocean, it floods down through the river into Portland. And the hospital sits on the river, literally sits on the river. It has a park with a couple of benches on the river, but for the most part, it sits on the river. And I saw all this water, just this raging storm, just rushing down the river into Portland, and the streets being flooded, and just the water overcoming, the park benches and and coming up to the hospital, and threatening to flood the main floor of the hospital. And I just kept focusing my energies and my intentions on that storm, and with I felt really led not to direct things, but to just focus loving energy on it, that the storm and the water would go where it needed to go. And so that's what I just found because when I see it overcoming the hospital that my grandson's being operated on right now, it's a little daunting. And I had to just really take control of those thoughts and just focus love. And all of a sudden, I just saw the river calm. And I saw the water rush back out from the streets, rush back out into the river. And then it was like the river went backwards, and it calmed, and the water went backwards and backwards and backwards, all the way back out. And I saw it go all the way back out into the Pacific Ocean, which is hour from the hospital, probably hour and a half. And it just, all of a sudden, the whole ocean became very calm, just very calm. And I saw the water being gathered up into the clouds, like other people were talking about, and these clouds moving across the country, and they were depositing the water where it needed to be deposited. And the water, even in the river, it was calm, and it was moving now where it was supposed to be, through the other tributaries, through the water system throughout the country too. And then as I looked again and I saw the sun break through, and it was, sorry, but it was so emotional to me because I saw my grandson sitting on the bench of that river as a teenager, which is at least 10 years from now. And he was sitting there and he was whole and he was healthy and he was just bathed in this glorious light. And I looked and the sun was, I couldn't tell if the sun was rising or setting, but there was this magnificent purple, I'll say sunrise, just beautiful beautiful over the whole area. And it had all these purple hues to it. And then I remembered that this time of year, we have very purple sunrises and sunsets when things are calm. When things are in order here and our systems are balanced here, our sunsets are magnificent. And over the Pacific Ocean, they're just incredible and they're very purple. A lot of places have different color sunsets, but we have very purple ones. In fact, I was thinking I think I have a picture on my Facebook page, and if I find it, I'll send it to you later, Brian. But it's just pretty cool and I thought, wow, all of that energy from the river just went back out into the ocean, up into the sky, and now it's just a peaceful purple sunset. And in the process of that, of focusing on that instead of just focusing on my grandson and the healing he needed, that just the healing energy just washed over him. And I know that's why I saw him, as a teenager sitting there healthy.
I am
That's it.
so grateful that you shared because you just perfectly exemplified the power of this energy. You focus on a certain healing, the energy knew what you needed healed really,
Yeah.
and it washed over and it's healing your grandson right now as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you saw it, and I have the chills right now just listening to you. I have just so much compassion and love I feel in my heart for you. Uh, and just hope and but I feel joy because I know and this that washing over as soon as you said that oh the hospital's here and I'm washing I said the energy is flooding and washing over and cleansing your
Yeah.
grandson right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Mm.
it as being, I just knew in the core of my spirit that it was a very pivotal moment in this surgery that he's in. That it was just, I could feel the moment of decision. In fact, I was almost like I was in a cave looking up to the sky and I saw this bright light open up and bright sky. And it was almost like he had a choice and he chose to stay. I saw it. And as soon as I saw that, then I saw him sitting on the bench as a teenager and I saw the river calm and peaceful and the beautiful purple sunrise. It was a new day. It was a new day.
That is this is so incredible and so powerful and so beautiful and I can't wait to hear as the week goes on like updates from you 'cause whew,
I will.
that is good stuff right there.
Thank you for letting me be part of this. I needed this so much tonight. Thank you, all of you.
Deborah, if you don't mind, I'd like to share too. I purposely kind of switched my focus toward when I felt like it was a little bit, maybe three-quarters of the way through, to your grandson. And I felt all of you and your family and him. And the instant message I got from him was, he's like, I'm fine. I got this. Focus on my family. And I felt that purple energy just going through, like I felt saw your son, just like washing everybody. And it like swept it up and pulled it away and brought healing to your whole family. And it was really beautiful. It was really beautiful. And when you said there was a critical moment, yeah, I kind of felt something like that. Um, and it was just like a knowing and this, I'm fine, focus it here. And it was beautiful. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that.
Happy to help or just vision that, to see that and share with everybody.
So I don't know if you all remember at the beginning, I said that the energy guides me. The energy tells me what the focus is going to be. The energy organized the large scale storm as a cover, but the true healing was for Devorah's grandson and for her family. So we did, in focusing that, we did two things here, and the energy provided that. The energy guided us to these things. And as Devorah said, she just happened to come across this today and decided to join.
About an hour ago.
I don't believe in coincidence
Mm.
at all. And I don't think any of the people that are in here that are participating do either. This just shows the magic of this, what we're doing here.
Yeah. Very special.
And as usual, at the end of these sessions, I am left with just this huge, just glowing, beaming uh, love, an unconditional love that just radiates out from me. And I thank all of you, because it is all of us. It's once again, it's not me, it's this energy. And thank you all for participating in it and harnessing it. If we can teach everybody in the world how to harness this energy and leverage this energy, just imagine what the world could be like.
Right when we started, there was a loud clap of thunder over my house. I was like, "Whoa!" And this, I knew we were gonna get. And we got a little bit of a storm earlier, and then this must have been. I didn't expect this second round. It was right when we started, and then it just started raining really hard. It's really cool. So it's coming your way, Luciana.
I I heard I put it, but I should have, like gone out and checked
Yeah,
because I heard something.
yeah, I
And then I
totally.
checked the weather, which says it's raining, but I cannot hear raining. So maybe it's coming.
Yeah,
I'll let you know for
yeah. I
sure.
think we're supposed to get some, hopefully. Yeah. Not part of the cyclone storm, but all the system, right? It's all
Yeah.
connected. Yeah.
I thought another cool thing as I was reflecting on all the different sessions and everything we've done here is we started and we infused the land. And when I was doing that, I got to the end of the continent, and all of a sudden I'm at water. And I'm like, what do I do now? I don't have mycelium. I don't have the network. I don't have the roots. So I infused the water at that point. I got the water. So now we have the land and the water involved. We have two elements involved. And I envisioned each molecule of the water turning purple, and then it changing all the molecules of water around it purple, and then that expanding out. Well, and then today, and it wasn't even through me, it was through most of your experiences, is we got the air because you all envisioned clouds. So now this purple energy is in the water, it's in the land, it's in the air. It is all around us, and it's doing it organically and naturally. It's not like we're telling it to do this. It is guiding us and showing us.
Yeah, a lot of the purple energy I saw today was it was like a cyclone. It was like swirling. There was a lot of circular motion. Sometimes it's more like just oozes. But this I saw a lot of motion. Yeah, but it was beautiful.
Awesome, awesome. I think on that note that we will go ahead and kind of wrap it up here. So, take time this week to set 8 minutes aside and try to continue on with these focused meditations of balance, of bringing balance to the energies and to where one place is not being blasted, while others are suffering. And then for us that are newer, to go out and interact with nature. You just went out and go out for a walk when you're out inside and be like, take a moment and appreciate that tree out in the front yard and sit with it for a minute and just allow yourself to exchange energy with it, exchange this purple energy with it. And then let's start seeing how that has to go. Take care, Maggie. Thank you for joining us. I know it's super, super late, but it's awesome that you got to
Yeah,
participate.
thank you for coming so late. That's awesome. And Devorah, are you
Thank you.
our messenger group? I can't hear you. Your mic's
Oh,
off.
you're on mute. Yeah,
You're
Deborah.
on mute.
So there we go.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you guys existed until like an hour ago.
All right.
So I'm not on anything. I just happened to see, Brian, I think you had posted about it on
There's the link.
Architects.
I just put a link in the chat. If you can click on it
Uh,
to join.
I'll try to. I'm one of the things I'm visually impaired, and
Oh,
so I can't like read things, but I will see if I can pull up the link, and I don't know how to do
what's
that.
a
But
good way to get it to you then? Because I want to hear an
um,
update on your
do you are you able to connect with me on Messenger,
Well, that's what
Sure.
she'd
Facebook
said
Messenger?
sending too, is that messenger link is that we're trying to.
Yeah, so but I don't think we're
Okay.
friends on
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. I thought you were talking about the chat here in Zoom.
So
Um,
Oh,
in
no,
the Zoom
no, the
chat, she
mess.
just put a link to it. So if you click on the last message that Maggie just put in there, it's a link to our messenger chat that the room that we have, our
Yeah,
group chat.
aside from this Zoom
okay.
call, we have a
I
chat.
I
What's
think the
I can
link
search
is
for you.
to
To
the field.
It
oh,
took me to what
yeah.
it did is it took me back to the Facebook page, Brian, where you I sent you Brian, I sent you a friend request. And so if you accept that, I should be able to find you through that and then we can figure out how to get me linked to the group.
We
Oh,
will definitely do
perfect.
that. That sounds
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, because I'm a little confused here.
We'll get you in. We'll
No.
get you in. Don't you
Sorry, I
worry.
didn't mean to
Uh,
confuse anybody. I just would love to hear an update after you hear
Oh,
back from
absolutely.
your family and this
Absolutely.
week, how this week goes for everyone.
Yeah, I would love to update you guys. I know it's going to be a good report.
Yeah,
yeah,
me
I
too.
too. I'm
Me too.
excited. I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear. I'm excited to hear how everybody. I mean, we have a lot more faces in this week, and so I'm really excited to
Yeah.
hear about these new experiences and what everybody else gets out of it, and see if it changes their life the way it's been changing mine.
I think I'm going to set my alarm early so I get up early before the sunrise tomorrow and see the purple sunrise because I
No.
know it's going to be purple. I know
Take
it's
a
going to be.
take a picture. I love taking pictures,
I will do that. I will try to do that. Yeah.
especially a purple sunrise.
We share lots of good pictures in the messenger group too, so we'll get you
Okay,
on
good.
there.
Oh, no.
Great. Look forward to it.
Yep.
And Lee, are
Wonderful.
you on there too? You're on there. Yeah.
I believe she is. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
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 Leah
yeah.
is
She's
in
made, yeah,
there.
she made a comment. She's the one
Yeah,
that actually
I
she made
thought
the
so.
comment
Yeah.
to do the dissipation of the storm in that group.
Yes,
Oh,
That's where it came
right. Of
yes.
from.
course, of course, of course. Yeah, of course. Right.
What's
I'm,
the group called on
I'm
there?
So it's a sub chat group off of it's called The Field. It's a
Okay.
Facebook group that we kind of all have been a part of and originated and that's where it originated from. But now I've
Okay.
looking to expand outside of the field and reach more people, and that's why I put it in Architects of the New Earth. I put it in another friends group, Raise Your Vibration, another friends group,
Okay.
Awaken Your Universe. I'm trying to expand and get more people so we can just share this.
Great. Sounds good.
All
Awesome. Well,
right.
thanks everybody for sharing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And then I should have the replay up in a couple hours. I gotta let the video process and all that. So
Right.